So we can bring all our mind and body really dwelling here in the monastery to attend this retreat. I have arrived, I am home in the here and in the now. I have arrived, I am home in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free, I am solid, I am free. In the ultimate I drown, in the ultimate I drown. I have arrived, I am home in the here and in the now. I have arrived, I am home in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free, I am solid, I am free. In the ultimate I drown, in the ultimate I drown. The song number 2, please. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower, I am fresh as a dew. I am solid as a mountain, I am firm as the earth. I am free, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am water reflecting what is real, what is true, and I feel there is space deep inside of me. I am free, I am free, I am free. Please, we can sing together the song number 7, Happiness. Happiness. Cao quá. It's too high. It's okay. Sorry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries, nowhere to go, nothing to do, no longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries, somewhere to go, something to do, but I don't need to hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries, nowhere to go, nothing to do, no longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries, somewhere to go, something to do, but I don't need to hurry. Thank you so much. And there's a difference here in the front. We still have many empty cushions, so please move to sit at the front row to fill up all the empty cushions, so you can feel and can see the brothers and sisters more clearly. Thank you. Con kính mời quý thầy, quý sư cô lên tụng kinh chúc thoại. So we would like to invite monks and nuns to come up to chant. Thank you.
Dear respected Thầy, dear Sangha, we would like to invite you to sit upright and relax. So establish your body and mind in the present moment. Tonight, the monastic will chant the name of Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara. So please send your love and peace energy along with the sound of the chanting to alleviate our own suffering and the suffering in the world. May the rain and the wind be favorable and the people's hearts at peace. May our Mother Earth be peaceful and healed.
Ki Namo So dear community, at this time we invite all the teenagers, you can stand up and go to the Harmony Common Room across the street, just above the dining hall. First room on your left. Oh, Sister Huang Ying is over here, you can follow her. Just the teenagers, the adults stay here, please.
Yeah, please, if you don't mind, please move forward so we'll be a little closer to you. Thank you. So, dear teacher, dear community, can you hear me well? Yes, thank you. Let us settle in our seats as we listen to 3 sounds of the bell. We let go of all our worries and just come back. Bring our mind back to the present moment. Be in our body and enjoy the in-breath and the out-breath. And also to recognize that we are in a retreat together at Blue Cliff. Okay, let us enjoy 3 sounds of the bell. So thank you again for your practice of listening to the bell. Welcome again to our 2024 Summer Family Retreat at Blue Cliff. Just by a show of hand, how many of you are here for the first time with your family? Okay, quite a bit. Thank you. And then how many of you are here for a second time, returning families? Okay. And how many of you are here for a third or more times? I see some monastic also raising their hands. Thank you very much. Please allow us to take this moment to share with you just briefly the basic practices, sort of like instructions, so that we are on the same page as we move through the retreat together, so that the retreat can flow smoothly when we all flow together as a river. Does that sound okay? All right. We are aware that you've traveled, some of you travel a long way to get here, and especially if you have children and teens, you have to settle them in, make sure they're fed, and now I know while you're still sitting here, but you're still, maybe your mind is still with them. Wonder what they're doing, right? So rest assured they're in good hands. And so while you're here, the breath helps you to come back to the present moment and be in your body and not always be elsewhere. This evening, my sister and I, this is Sister Bat Nyim, sister, she goes by Sister Cypress, and myself, Brother Phap Khoi or PK. We are happy to be here to share with you about the basic instruction for the retreat. First thing that came to my mind is slowing down. And I know that's difficult because many of us with families, we have to juggle a lot and make sure that we get things done, and so we have to move at a very fast pace. And even those of us who are here without children, maybe you're single, or maybe you're a couple, or maybe you are retired parents, your children are grown. But somehow, because of the society pressure, we still move very fast. And so, if you're in that category, then you are in the right place. You're here, and this is where you can take the time to slow down as best you can, so that you can enjoy being in the present moment. And so, if you find yourself rushing again, just come back to your breath. Breathing in, I am aware I'm being fast. Breathing out, I smile. And then you can slow down. Just try your best. You don't have to be perfect. And we will not we will not test you or anything. It's just an encouragement, suggestion for you to take the time to slow down a little bit so that you can touch life in the present moment. It's more challenging if you have kids, that's for sure. But the children are also being taught the same thing, so hopefully they can be a reminder for you to slow down together. And what a beautiful sight to see a family walking in peace, walking slowly together. We have the space and time to do that here. So first and foremost, remember to slow down. And second, but not less important, is to come back to your breath often. The breath is our anchor. Often we are so out there, running after our children, running after projects. We forget our breathing to the point where we get so tired and we say, I'm out of breath. But the breath is always with us. And so part of being here is to be reminded to come back to your breathing as often as you can. We have different practices that you can apply this. But that doesn't mean that while you're not in those practices, you don't. And so because wherever you go, your breath is with you. And so wherever you go, you have the opportunity to practice mindfulness. So as long as you remember, you come back to your breathing. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath. Breathing out, I smile to my out-breath, for example. And we have many gathas, many short poems that will help remind us to come back to the present moment. So, slowing down, mindful breathing, some of the basic practices that we'd like for you to try and also to deepen while you're here on this retreat. And I'll let my sister share with you other basic practices.
So, dear respected teachers, dear brothers and sisters, and dear friends, sitting here, following my breathing, my heart is beating so hard. Just take some moment to put my heart back. I'm very grateful and happy to be here. Last week, we have 70 volunteers who came here to help clean up, prepare the forest, walk-in meditation hall, walking path, and clear up the space for camping. And in that spirit, I feel that they are here with us, and they did very wholeheartedly. And I see that all of us, in one way or another, I know that this retreat not beginning from today. I'm aware that it's been preparation from your side. Also, many of you have taken your time, break from work, break from school, break from project to bring your children here for vacation, and we are very grateful for that. And I see sitting here looking down, you're all beautiful, sit very beautifully. So my brother just shared, we've been running all along many generations in life as a human development. And now we have a chance. Now we don't have to worry for food, worry for searching for anything. We are here, we don't have to do anything. Everything will be prepared, don't worry. And your kid is being taken care. So just be at ease here. And first thing in meditation is meditation, we have two parts, stopping and reflecting. So first thing we have to stop. We practice to stop so that we see whatever is happening inside of us, whatever feeling, whatever sensation, whatever thought that is coming up, just be aware. So mindfulness is awareness. The main thing is just know what is happening inside of us and outside of us this moment. So one way is, first of all, we stop physically. We bring our attention to this body. Normally, most of the time, we live up here, up above our nose, in our head. So our mind is keep running and running. So we learn to stop. We have a practice of stopping. So first, physically stop the body. When we hear the bell earlier, we come back to this body. However it feels, is it there's stress, there is like something in the body that's still in your shoulder and still in your back, so we can just relax. So every time we hear a sound of the bell or a clock chime in the dining hall, or the sound of the telephone, or the sound of the bird, here in the morning we will wake up with bird song, so it's beautiful. So now I invite everyone just to come back to your body and take a few moments. Just come back and notice your body here in the moment, and whatever feeling, whatever sensation is come up, just slowly recognize it and relax with the sound of the bell. So in meditation, we don't avoid, we just recognize, and the purpose of meditation to gain understanding about what the situation in your body, however your feeling is. So when we listen, we train like that. We embrace all feeling. Is it unfeeling, unpleasant feeling? We okay with that, and at least we at ease with what is in our body. So the sound, the bell, train us daily like that. In the monastery, we have a chance to do that. So here we have hold the space, and every time you hear the activity bell sound outside, we stop. We stop physically, and we bring attention to the body and to your feeling, and just breathe and relax. And smile. So smile is also a sign of stop. Whenever you can smile to your thought, smile to your tension, that already stop in the practice. So this practice you can do in any moment of daily life, in stopping, just to take a moment to be aware what is around. Just observe. So when we stop, we see clearly. So when we can be able to stop, you can see the flower on the road. You can see the tree more clearly. Because if we keep running in our mind, the tree is there, the person in front of you are there, but you often see very vague, like blurry. So when you really stop, your mind is here and now. We can see that person. You can see their face. You can see their smile, your worry. In that case, you can keep smile and then keep that present. So practicing is to develop present in the moment. That's called mindfulness. And we have bell of mindfulness, and the person in front of us is also a bell of mindfulness. The bird, all things around. So I hope that you can enjoy every time the sound of the bell is here. And one way is to stop is we are in the digital age now. Everywhere is phone sound. Everywhere, everybody holding phone. So in this retreat, if possible, we can let it in silent mode and just give phone a stop because being working like 24 hours to serve you, but you are on retreat, so give them also a chance to stop. From time to time, if you need to check your message, please do so, but not too often. So we keep this space and time for yourself, like cultivating love and joy. So there is joy and love around, so you tap into it. If you know how to tap into it, you will have it. So thank you. I will pass on to my brother for another practice.
Thank you, sister, for mentioning the phone and the devices. Please be aware that when we have activities together, like sitting and Dharma talks in this hall or relaxation, or when we do walking meditation together, to please turn off your phone or keep them in vibration mode. So it won't disturb others. And as our sister shared about stopping, when we listen to the sound of the bell or the clock chiming, but should someone's phone they forgot to put it on a silent mode and it rings, let us also take the opportunity to come back to our breath and use it as a reminder and not give rise to a thought of how come that person forgot or not a good practitioner, etc., etc. So we have two choices. One is to follow our disparaging mind, which usually is there, or come back to the breath. Maybe it's coming back to the breath is more beneficial. So let us try. I'm sure someone's going to forget. And then take that as an opportunity for us to practice too, and not giving judgment. So listening, I guess I mentioned slowing down, and you went a step further and just say stop. Maybe you might be confused. So which one are we doing? You can do both. When I mentioned about slowing down, I was in the realm of the physical, which means bodily action. We slow down, we walk slower, we eat slower, etc., etc. But we're stopping the thinking mind. I think that's our sister's getting at. Next practice is sitting meditation. I like to call it, it also can be called mindful sitting. And I will tell you the difference, or at least in definition, as I understand it. When we say sitting meditation, we have an image of a cushion, a mat, in the meditation hall, or under the foot of a tree. So it's more sort of like formal practice. And we have that here. Every morning at 6 a.m., all the adults, and maybe young adults too. I think the teens, they sit separately. So if you're able to wake up that early, please come to the hall a few minutes before 6 o'clock to settle into your seats. We begin probably at 6 o'clock, and tomorrow will be a guided meditation, half an hour. And you can choose to sit either on a cushion or on a chair. whichever is comfortable for you, and you'll be guided throughout the session. And so every morning, roughly every morning, we will have a session like that. We call that sitting meditation. But in our practice, we take that practice beyond the cushion. And another term that's can be used is mindful sitting, and that means wherever you find yourself sitting, you practice awareness, you practice mindfulness, and that is the same as meditating or sitting meditation. You can be sitting in the dining hall, having a meal, or sitting on a bench outside having a cup of tea, or sitting on the ground. Wherever you find yourself during this retreat, sitting down, see if you can remember to practice mindful sitting. And that just means that you come back to your breath and be aware that you are sitting. And so we don't have to limit ourselves with just sitting in the meditation hall or during a formal session. But wherever we find ourselves sitting, we can practice mindfulness. And so we can cultivate mindfulness throughout the day that way. And when you're able to do that here, hopefully when you go home, maybe you're in an office sitting at a chair, and maybe there's a moment you feel, oh, I can also do mindful sitting in my chair, or in the cafeteria, or you sit on the bus, or even in your car. Just being mindful that you're sitting and driving. And so we take the practice beyond the meditation hall, beyond the monastery, into our daily lives. Yep, you're next.
So, dear friends, I'm aware that you are sweating, and I'm also, and I know that you I know long day travel, so I'll stand up so you can be awake. I see somebody falling asleep. I know you're tired, so I would like to share a little bit about walking meditation. So as a human being, we have the power of walking. And we have this capacity to walk everywhere in the world that we like. Anytime you want to walk, you can just go to that place, walking. Before our ancestors do that. So sometimes we walk, but we don't really aware that we are walking. So here we have a chance to practice together, walking meditation. So sometimes we walk, we want to arrive at somewhere. But here we walk, we arrive in every step that we make. We are aware of the sole of our feet, and we feel the ground. Wherever you walk on the, outside in the grass, you know that you walk on the grass. If you walk on the asphalt, you know that you want to walk on the asphalt. And just that awareness already bring calmness, bring relaxation to the body. So tomorrow we will have a chance to do that as a community, but we don't have to wait. We walk anywhere, right? When you walk from here to your tent, you walk from from your tent to the toilet, just come back to your step, and just take a step at a time, and then feel the ground. Feel the ground underneath your feet. And really here, when you are here and you walk like that, you feel life around you. You see the grass, you feel the tree, and even the tiny flowers in the grass that you can see, so that we can develop that capacity of stopping in walking, stopping the running mind. Just come back to the moment, and you enjoy every step that you make. And at first, maybe you don't feel comfortable yet to combine with your breathing, but the breathing comes naturally. You can just focus. This is right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, and really enjoy it. The purpose of walking meditation is to enjoy the step that we made, because we have this power and we don't use it. So I remember last fall I have injured, sprained my ankle, and it takes 5 months Just a little incident like that, it took 5 months. And I was struggling. I was really struggling at first to walk. So, 2 months in here, there's ice, and in winter when I come back here, and it was really hard of just making a step. And I feel very frustrated just not to be able to go out and eat, and somebody have to serve my food. So every time now I step out in the just to aware of my food is well. That's a happiness. That's real happiness. So when we able to have that insight, then help us to be more happy and joyful. So you can combine with your step. So if it depends on the capacity of your lung. If it's long, you can take 2 steps for in breath. In, out. 3 steps for the out breath. It depends on the capacity of your lung, but don't worry. Just focus on the step first to feel the ground and feel life around you that is present. So we walk in silence. We walk as the community, but as every day you can use that way of walking in your life. You can incorporate so that you can be able to be in your body and to have some joy and happiness in that moment, relaxation. So when we can walk like that, we are a free person, whatever, free of our thought, free of whatever is occupying. So every time I have an emotion, or I have things like that, I do walk in meditation. And here we have beautiful path and also the forest, so we can enjoy. We open all our senses out so that we can observe, and then we can let the nature come into our body. In that way, we can really enjoy the space that we have here this week. And I hope that you can continue to do this tomorrow. I just briefly share, and tomorrow is more instruction. So don't remember all of it, but just remember to come back to your food. And your food mean a lot of how your emotion is. It talk about your emotion. Whenever you feel not nervous, whenever you feel sad, you can see in your step. You can see the sound. You'll be shaky. You'll not be stable. But at first, maybe it's very hard to slow down, like my brother say. But we train every day. We train like that. We walk, and really be with our feet, be with our walking. Then you feel very comfortable. So it's before when I came and I share in front of people, I will be shaking like this because I can control my emotion. But when I anchor my mind in the step, I can feel okay with that. So it needs a lot of training. And here we have just 1 week, maybe 5 days. But it's okay. We can stop somewhere. So I hope that you can really take this practice after this, wherever you walk to your tent, wherever you walk. So that is very wonderful way to come back, to help us come back to the moment, come back to our body, and really live our life in the moment and treasure. So thank you for listening.
Can you listen to the sound of the bell? I am curious. I'd like to ask you a question, and then if you don't mind, just shout out the answer. And for those of you who are here for the first time, either you're here by yourself or you brought kids, what moved you to come to a place like this and bring your whole family? Maybe a reason or two of what brought you here. Just raise your hand and then shout out. Recharging what? Energy. Mindfulness energy. Thank you. Another person, first timer? Unplugging. Okay, thank you. Okay, same question for those of you who are here for the second or third time. What made you came back? Oh, the kids want us to come, so they drag you here. Maybe the first time you drag them here, and then they drag you here the next time. Okay, another one? Finding calm and reducing craving, right? Okay, thank you. Anybody else? You need a microphone? Is it long? Can you pass a microphone back to her? Oh, you got to press the button.
Okay, I wrote it this morning, first time at family retreat, explore into mindful teaching that offer powerful tools for navigating life with the positivity and managing big emotion, master the basic and practice of kindness, savor the fleeting moment of life, embrace the blessing in every little things, enjoy every second with the loved one, find a peace that rejuvenates your mind and body.
We wish you the best of luck. That's a lot, but I appreciate the aspiration. One more over here somewhere. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Yeah, thank you all for sharing a little bit about of what brought you here. I'm glad I didn't hear that the reason was because of the food. But we try our best to cook you delicious, nutritious food for you to enjoy and for your children to enjoy too. Another point I'd like to mention is resting, which is very crucial and which I know many of you have very little of. But while you're here, take the opportunity to slow down, to stop, and to rest. We can be resting while we walk also, and that means being mindful of our steps, right? But we do have a practice called deep relaxation after lunch. We all been in kindergarten at one time, and we remember nap time during kindergarten or first year of school. But we lost that as a culture, as a society. So in this retreat, we want to bring that back. Usually around after lunch and after washing up, you will not see any monastics around. And you know why? They all went to their room and do relaxation. I, for one, also, I take that to heart, and that's one of the practices that I never miss. Because it's so easy and so nourishing. Sometimes all I need is half an hour, even 15 minutes. Just have a place to lie down and to rest and to do a body scan. That's already a lot. And so in this retreat, we have a couple of sessions for that. And if you're able to arrange to bring your kids, I think the kids love that too in past retreats. So bring them and imagine a whole family lying down together in the big hall, relaxing, having a sister or brother speaking to you, singing to you, lullabying you to rest. So don't miss that opportunity. It's for us to learn to rest our body and rest our mind. Another point is in the retreat is because it's a large retreat and it is a Plum Village signature is that all the retreatants will help out, be participating in many things. And one of those things is mindful service, or we call working meditation. And that's for each one of you to have a chance to contribute to the flow of the retreat, and also to see if you're able to apply a little bit of awareness and mindfulness, if you haven't done so already, into bodily movement, into the work. And hopefully when you're able to do that here, you will be able to apply the same energy, the same awareness to your own work life. And so many of you, I think all of you will be divided into families or Dharma sharing groups, and with a specific task that you can help out in the retreat. And you will have a leader that will guide you. So mindful working is not really about just to get things done every day. Yeah, we do need to get things done as best we can, but I think the more important thing is to be aware of your movement, to be aware of your contribution, and know that this work you do is actually supporting your fellow practitioners, supporting others in the retreat. And so when we do that, we work in that spirit, then it's joyful. And we don't have to chit-chat, we don't have to talk a lot while we do working. We just get instruction what we need to do, and then we follow our breathing as we perform the task. It's okay to chit-chat once in a while too, but the main point about working meditation is being aware of working, mindful working. And because this is a family retreat and you have children, if you're not able to make it for any reason, please communicate it to your work leaders. We might miss a session or two because you want also to spend time with your children. It's precious time when the whole family is here together. And so it's okay to ask to be absent, but make sure you communicate that to your work leaders so that they can rearrange the working session. Another one?
So we have another practice, very interesting, very cool. I think I like this the most, and most of the retreatants who came here, the day that they leave, we ask them what their favorite practice. They say, eating food. So here we have 3 meals a day that brother and sister who happily cook for us. And then I'm aware that in the kitchen now it's very hot. And this evening you already touched a little bit about eating meditation. I observe, I see the children also eat very quietly. They start the practice already. Perhaps I see many children who came when they are toddler, and then they have children program, and now they are teen and be adult. So we have maybe half of the retreatant, young retreatant, and also a group that already developed that practice here and at home. So I feel this evening it was very peaceful, and eating in the hall, in the dining hall, and also outside in the tent. So when you hear, for breakfast, when you hear, we will have breakfast at 8. So when you hear the sound of the bell invited outside, we can slowly move to the serving table, which we have 4 serving tables, 2 outside in the tent and 2 inside of the dining hall. And you can just start, because I know that it's big group So may you have queue a long line. So we practice of no waiting. So during the time you queuing up in line, you can just come back to your body. Just to aware whatever sensation, whatever feeling, whatever thought that's coming up, just smile to that thought and relax. And slowly move to the line and just enjoy that moment of non-waiting. So when you come to the serving, you can practice. For myself, I practice to bow to the bowl and plate because I know that in the world there's many places they don't have food to eat. And now I have an empty bowl, and soon I will fill with food. And a lot of love that being prepared this food. And with that gratitude in mind, I feel happy. I feel very grateful to have that food. So as we go in line, we can just be aware of our mind, our thoughts, and when we scoop rice, we're aware that we scoop in rice. We get carrot. Just be aware of what is on your plate and take as much food as you feel that you need. Because sometimes we're hungry, we will take a lot, but we don't finish it. So when you finish serving in line, you can choose wherever you are in the table outside, picnic table outside, or in the dining hall, and we fill up the space in the dining hall. And then we just sit down and just whatever you need. We just one seated meal. So whatever you need, like napkin, you need water or tea, please take it before. So for breakfast, it's a little bit different. We eat in silence the whole time. And we can just come and sit at the table and we observe a few moments. We can silently read the five contemplation, just to acknowledge where the food come from. Grateful for what is in front of you, and you can slowly start to eat one spoon by one spoon, because we have a habit. For myself, I don't know if you habit to prepare the next, already next spoonful of food before you have just in your mouth. So when you sit down, you just take whatever there, and then you can just scoop a spoonful of food and then put into your mouth, aware that you are putting into your mouth whatever carrot, just recognize that and start chewing. And it's like a game for me. So I don't know why, I always have a tendency to chew on my left because I don't know where. Normally we outside, we don't have time to eat. We just grab sandwich, or you drive in the car and you just, to finish it and to do something else. But here we have one whole hour, at least 20 minutes to 45 minutes to eat our meal. So take that opportunity to really chew and enjoy the food, enjoy the sweetness of the carrot. You can, when you are present, you can feel, you can taste each different kind of taste of the food that we eat, maybe salty, maybe sweet, and just to savor that and be aware of that. I was the gardener once, and I was the cook. I am a cook, so I know how hard it is to just grow vegetable. Just a tiny salad is take at least 2 months or month and a half to really have like a whole branch of leaves, so we can eat. So every time I eat like salad or carrot, I know it takes a lot of effort, and so I appreciate and I enjoy it fully, the salad or the carrots. So we can take that moment to savor, to appreciate, and to eat in that way. So before I just eat, and then sometimes in our head there's thought coming up all the time. So Tay say that there is a radio non-stop thinking. So when we can stop that, we can be able to enjoy our food. So we can chew at least 30 times at least. Maybe you can test tomorrow. Just a feel already chewing, bite, your thought may carry you away and lost, but anchor to the chewing. So every time there's, thought coming up, just come back to the chewing. And it's very enjoyable practice. And recently, I'm more, when I can relax and enjoy that, I can see my breathing. It's happening. And it's so relaxing just to eat the whole meal. I took sometimes, if I talk, I have a community around, I get easily lose myself in just eating and talking. But when we are in a silent meal, I feel like, my whole body is relaxing. And every cell of my body is like eating with me. It's not just the mouth, but the whole body is observing. So we can eat in that spirit of gratitude, of treasuring the life that is sacrificed for us to eat. And for lunch, it's a little bit different. You can serve like that, but you can sit and just to contemplate a little bit on the food and wait for a sound of the bell, 3 sounds of the bell, and then we will read the 5 contemplation together, and then we start eating together. So at least 20 minutes in silence, and the brother and sister will invite the bell for announcement, and then at that time you can stand up and get more food. If you like, if you feel still hungry, you can get more food. And then after that, you can go wash your dishes. And dinner is the same, in the same process. And when you go wash your dishes, we also encourage everyone to observe the silence when you wash. It's an opportunity to wash, we call washing the baby Buddha. We already have food, and when we have standing up in line to wash, it's also washing whatever inside of us, the mind, the running mind, the dirty, we call dirty, but it's not. We wash in that spirit. We can enjoy the cool water. We enjoy washing up. So I think that's it, and my brother will continue.
I just have a couple more things. One is there are ticks here in the forest and on our grass, so we like to inform you of that. And so make sure that you check yourself and also your children every night. Make sure everyone showers and change of clothes. We try to keep the grass cut low so that minimizes the chance of contacting. But please take good care of yourself. We want your experience to be joyful and relaxed here. Noble silence is one of the more challenging practice, especially with children. But I trust the children can do that if they've been here before. And the noble silence time begins at 9:30 p.m. and would last until after breakfast the next day. We will not have a mindfulness police that will go around and keep everybody in check. It's the spirit that is important. So try your best to practice. And I know it's challenging when you have children and kids and you need to instruct them to do this and that. And so, but for yourself, when possible, observe that practice. We might not be speaking verbally, but we might be speaking in our mind. And the essence of the practice is actually silencing our mind so that we can truly rest. And so outwardly, if you share room with people, and of course if you live in tents, try to minimize speaking after 9:30 so that everyone can get to sleep and to rest. And the next morning until after breakfast. It's a very, very wonderful practice because it gives us an opportunity to be in touch with ourselves, with our emotion, with our body. So try your best to practice that. that's all we have for these basic practices. I feel like maybe next year, those of you who have been here many years can just sit up here and do what we do here. Because I feel like we're almost preaching to the choir. Many of you have been here many times, you know this practice already. But we appreciate your presence, your attention, listening to us this evening. We will end our share with 3 sounds of the bell, and then you can relax, give you a massage, and then I think the organizing team have some announcements for you. Sister said, you might have noticed the construction site of the nunnery over on the other side of the road. So make sure, please let your children know not to hang around that area, because it's still actively is being constructed. So there's still machines and workers there. That's all. Thank you.